Good evening, I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. Welcome to Newsnight. Second phase of Lok Sabha elections concluded this evening. 95 of the 543 constituencies went to polls today. Some seats of state assemblies also went to polls. Increasing women participation in the elections is a positive sign that has emerged. Many booths were also completely managed by women in this phase. Nearly 66%, in fact, it's over that of voter participation was recorded. This data has been updating since evening. West Bengal, along with states in the northeast, recorded very encouraging turnout again. All the election updates of the day and more. Let's begin with the top stories at this hour. Encouraging voter turnout in second phase of Lok Sabha polls. Nearly 66% voters exercised their franchise in 11 states and 1 union territory. Puducherry and West Bengal record highest polling, barring sporadic instances of violence. Polling largely peaceful. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses 4 rallies in poll-bound states, says issues of corruption and dynastic politics unites opposition parties like the Congress and JDS. Amit Shah and Rajnath Singh also hold poll rallies. Congress President Rahul Gandhi holds election rallies in Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat, says farmers will not have to go to jail if his party comes to power, vows to eradicate poverty with Nyay scheme. Akhilesh Yadav addresses rally in Azamgarh. Suspense over Congress-AAP alliance in Delhi continues. Nomination process for the next phases of election also picks up pace. Menka Gandhi and Arjun Ram Meghwal of BJP filed their candidature. Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav files nomination from Azamgarh. Poonam Sinha files nomination from Lucknow. Congress Party's Captain Ajay Yadav files papers from Gurugram and AAP's Balveer Jhakar from Delhi. Government suspends the LOC trade at 2 places in Jammu and Kashmir. Decision taken after misuse of LOC routes by Pakistan-based elements to funnel illegal weapons, narcotics and fake currency comes to light. No relief for AgustaWestland deal middleman Christian Michel. Delhi court rejects his bail plea. Crisis hit Jet Airways staff holds talks with the Jet Airways management. Also seek help from the centre. Air India asks for 5 grounded planes of Jet Airways on lease. Bombay High Court refuses to interfere in the matter, dismisses writ petition. Ahead of the release of Mueller report, US Attorney General says it found no evidence that any member of the Trump campaign conspired with Russia in its effort to interfere in the 2016 presidential elections. President Donald Trump tweets, "No collusion, no obstruction." Now, voting took place for the second phase of Lok Sabha elections today for 95 constituencies across 11 states and 1 union territory. Polling for most seats was on till 6 p.m. today, but it went on for much longer as people were still in the queue to record their say in the world's largest democratic exercise. And talking about the poll percentages, the second phase saw 66% overall turnout, in which Chhattisgarh had a vote percent of 71%, Karnataka had a voter turnout of 61.84%, Puducherry saw 78% voting, Tamil Nadu 72% voting. 2 seats in Jammu and Kashmir saw 43.4% voting. 3 seats in West Bengal had a voter turnout of 76.07%. Assam saw 73.32 voter percentage. The poll percent in Manipur stood at 74.3%. Meanwhile, Bihar had a vote percentage of 62.52%. For the 5 seats, Maharashtra polled 62% overall, while Odisha had a vote percentage of 64%. And finally, 62.3% was the voter percentage for 8 seats of Uttar Pradesh. And here's more on the second phase of elections today. The fervour of voters from 4 corners of the country clearly visible Women, men, the specially abled, young and old all flocked to the polling booths from early in the morning to cast their vote for the second phase of Lok Sabha elections. Voting for 95 of the 543 seats across 11 states and 1 union territory began at 7 a.m. on Thursday morning. Apart from some sensitive polling booths, voting continued till 6 p.m. Those in queue after 6 were allowed to cast their vote.
I'm very happy to announce that the second phase of the national elections concluded today. Through the spirit of democracy, the voters came out in large number to cast their vote for their country. The polling was conducted peacefully, barring sporadic incidents in different parts of the poll-going states.
Over 15 crore voters sealed the fate of around 1,596 candidates in EVMs in this phase. States which voted for Phase 2 Lok Sabha elections are Assam, Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Manipur, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Bengal, Chhattisgarh and the Union Territory of Puducherry. Talking first of the South, in Tamil Nadu, 38 out of 39 seats witnessed polling.
3.5 lakhs of polling staffs and 1 lakh of police personnel are deployed in the state. And if we talk about the political equation here, there is a direct fight between the two alliances. One is of course DMK plus Congress and some other parties, and on the other hand there is AIADMK, BJP, PMK and some more smaller parties. And the specific thing about this election is that this is the first major election in the state after passing away of two stalwarts of the state politics, Amma Jayalalitha and Kalaignar Karunanidhi.
Neighbouring Puducherry also polled in a single phase on Thursday.
Brisk and steady voting was reported from across the Union Territory of Puducherry for the lone Lok Sabha seat that is up for grabs here. Although the weather remained oppressive, people turned out in large numbers to cast their vote in the 970-odd polling booths across the constituency. Electoral authorities say that if the initial trends are any indication, it could come close to the percentage that was witnessed in the last election.
Moving to Maharashtra and Karnataka, 10 out of 48 parliamentary constituencies in the former and 14 out of 28 seats in the latter voted. In Karnataka, key constituencies of Hassan, Mandya, Bangalore North, Bangalore Central, Bangalore South and Bangalore Rural voted in the second phase.
People are looking at crumbling infrastructure in Bangalore as one of the key issues here. Because really, even though the city is growing rapidly and it is modernizing also, is the infrastructure keeping pace? I mean, the city was really not planned for this kind of growth. The roads are small. It's difficult to move around in the city. It really requires massive investment in public infrastructure. People are, by and large, looking at stability. They're looking at national issues. They are talking about hope, we want more from the government. These are the kind of statements that people have made to me when I've asked them what they are voting for.
And the key contest in Maharashtra in this phase was seen on Nanded seat and former Congress Chief Minister Ashok Chavan taking on Govind Rao of BJP and former Congress Union Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde contesting from Solapur. The third contest in Marathwada was BJP stalwart Gopinath Munde's daughter and sitting MP Pritam taking on NCP's Bajrang Sonwane. Moving to Uttar Pradesh, 8 seats out of 80 in western Uttar Pradesh voted on Thursday. Nearly 40 lakh voters sealed the fate of 87 candidates on these seats, including Mathura, from where Sinistar Hema Malini contested on a BJP seat, and Fatehpur Sikri, where Congress fielded another Bollywood star, Raj Babbar. Moving further east to Bihar, 5 out of 40 seats, including Banka, Kishanganj, Katihar, Bhagalpur, and Purnia, voted. Enthusiasm of voters was visible across these states. In West Bengal, Darjeeling, Jalpaiguri, and Raiganj voted in the second phase. An incident of stone pelting on a CPIM candidate from Raiganj, Mohammad Salim's car, came to light when he was on his way to a polling booth in Uttar Dinajpur. Police fired in the air and lobbed tear gas shells to control a mob after stones were pelted at them in Chopra, in Raiganj. 3 Naxal-affected seats in Chhattisgarh, Rajnandgaon, Masamund and Kanker voted amidst tight security on Thursday. 2 seats, Udhampur and Srinagar, polled in Phase 2 amidst tight security in Jammu and Kashmir.
This parliamentary constituency of Udhampur contains 6 assembly segments of Doda, Kishtwar, Ramban, Kathua, Riyasi and Udhampur and has more than 17 lakh voters. It's a quadrilateral contest between the sitting BJP MP Dr. Jitendra Singh and 3 others.
Odisha saw simultaneous polling for 5 Lok Sabha seats and 35 assembly seats. The electoral fortunes of 279 candidates, including Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik and Union Minister Jwal Oram, were logged in EVMs by nearly 77 lakh voters in the second phase of voting. And finally, 5 out of 14 seats of Assam and 1 seat of Inner Manipur polled in the second phase. Voter enthusiasm was visible in both the states.
The polling in Inner Manipur seat has been tremendous success because of 2 reasons. One, there has been a central theme of women empowerment this time. And there are also 96 polling stations dedicated to women only. And there are special polling booths which has been protected and served by only women officials of the Election Commission. The second aspect is that almost 110 sensitive seats has been given full security, and there has been a live webcast from all those sensitive polling booths. So far, the polling in Manipur has been peaceful.
The dance of democracy continued on an enthusiastic note in the second phase of polling, and it is hoped that the voter enthusiasm continues through the remaining 6 phases as well. With reporters across the country, News Night Desk, DD India. Now, it's always the people who are at the heart of any democracy and election, and this time was no different. Be it the first-time voters, women, elderly or Divyangs, all sections of society turned out in large numbers, queuing up way beyond the stipulated time to exercise their franchise. Our team of correspondents spread across the country, covered every aspect of the second phase of elections, captured many images that represent the strength of our democracy.
Elections in India are a festival, one that celebrates not just democracy but equality. One and all queue up to decide the fate of the nation. The strength of Indian democracy was on full display on Thursday, with first-time voters, women, the elderly and Divyang actively participating.
इलेक्शन तो मायने रखता है बिकॉज एक टर्म मिलता है गवर्नमेंट को, उस टर्म में आप कितना कर सकते हो काम, उस पर डिपेंड करेगा कि आप नेक्स्ट टाइम आओगे कि नहीं.
हाँ, डेफिनेटली वोट कास्ट करना तो बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है. एक वोट बहुत इम्पोर्टेंस रखता है.
I feel very empowered because I have first time voted. सर, एक क्रेज अलग रहता है.
Women turned out in full strength to cast their vote as active and equal stakeholders in the festival of democracy. Election Commission's efforts of setting up all women or pink booths as well as engaging with women voters have reaped good results.
हमारे प्रदेश का, हमारे देश का विकास होना चाहिए, बस यही सोच के मैं वोट डालने आई.
हर एक को अहमियत दी जा रही है. ये देख के बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि जब सब मिलके एक साथ सोचेंगे तो देश जरूर आगे बढ़ेगा.
यही है कि बच्चों के लिए कुछ काम हो, देश के लिए कुछ काम हो, अच्छा काम हो, इसीलिए कोई अच्छा आदमी खड़ा हो जाए तो.
101, 90, 95, 85, 80. Age is clearly no bar when it comes to voting. The elderly clearly recognize their responsibility towards the nation. They chose to lead by example when it comes to vote. Nothing stands as a barrier between them and the EVM.
जब से चुनाव का कार्य शुरू हुआ है तभी से मैं वोट दे रहा हूँ.
हमारा अधिकार है वोट देने का, और उसके बाद हम चाहते हैं कि हमारे देश का कुछ सुधार हो जाए.
And Divyangjans too voted in good numbers. The Election Commission ensured polling booths are accessible to all. Watching these specially able voters use their franchise is truly an inspiration for one and all.
जी, इलेक्शन कमीशन के द्वारा सवेरे 6 बजे इन्फॉर्म कर दिया गया और गाड़ी लेके मैम आ गई कि घर से चलना है और वोट गिराना है सबसे पहले, और हम 6:30 बजे आके पहला मतदान.
In an admirable start to a new life together, many brides and grooms chose to put voting first. Subhash and Priya turned up all decked up to cast their vote, as did this couple in Sholapur. This lady in traditional attire in Mangalore chose to vote before seeking blessings for her forthcoming motherhood. And last but not the least, A family that votes together keeps democracy in the nation alive. From this first-time voter to his grandmother, these voters in Rajnandgaon have set an example for all to follow.
आप फर्स्ट टाइम वोट डालने आई हैं, क्या कैसे लग रहा है आपको कि आप कितनी सशक्त महसूस कर रही हैं? क्या आपको लगता है
कि हमारे पास भी इक्वल राइट्स हैं कि हम वोट कर सकते हैं, तो एक बहुत अच्छी फीलिंग है ये।
हमको वैसी गवर्नमेंट चाहिए जिसको हम आगे बढ़ाना चाहें।
चाहे वो भाजपा हो, चाहे कांग्रेस हो, चाहे कोई भी पार्टी हो, लेकिन जो भी चुनाव लड़ेगी, जो भी चुनाव में जीतेगा, उसको देश हित में ही कार्य करना चाहिए।
Now all eyes are on phase 3 of the polls to see which colors of democracy it throws up as voters queue up to fulfill their responsibilities as citizens. News Night Desk, DD India.
Now they say that day of polling is a great leveler. All people, rich or poor, man or woman, commoners or celebrities, all wait for their turn to vote. Now many VIP voters were also spotted today in queues. Actors, politicians, actor-turned-politicians were all there. Superstar Rajnikant to super cop Kiran Bedi and many more. Polling stations witnessed a rush of both commoners and prominent figures as 95 parliamentary seats spread across 11 states and 1 union territory went to polls in the second phase. Voters from all walks of life queued up at polling stations as voting began as early as 7 a.m. In Tamil Nadu, where polling took place for 38 out of 39 Lok Sabha constituencies, it was a mixed rush as political heavyweights and members of the film fraternity turned up to exercise their franchise. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister E. Palaniswamy also exercised his franchise. Former Union Minister and senior Congress leader P. Chidambaram, DMK Chief Stalin, Party leader Kanimoy, former DMK chief late M. Karunanidhi's son M.K. Alagiri, superstar Rajnikant, actor-turned-politician, and DMDK leader Vijay-Kant, actor-turned-politician Kamal Hassan, and state BJP chief Tamilisai Soundarajan were among the prominent personalities who cast their vote. Karnataka witnessed voting for 14 parliamentary constituencies in the second phase of general elections. Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy exercised his franchise in Bengaluru. Former Chief Minister Siddharamaiah cast his vote in Mysuru, while JDS veteran and former PM H.D. Devagowda was in Hassan to cast his vote. Union Minister and senior BJP leader Nirmala Sitharaman, BJP candidate from Bengaluru South, Tejasvi Surya and Tejaswini, wife of senior BJP leader late Anant Kumar, and former Union Minister and BJP leader Sadanand Gowda cast their votes in Bengaluru.
You see a lot of senior citizens, first-time voters, young and enthusiastic. It was very encouraging. I didn't feel it was 1 hour, but very encouraging to see this kind of a turnout. I'm glad that there is such a response from citizens that augurs well for democracy.
Today is literally the festival of democracy. Ensuring that good governments stay in power, that good men are elected, is literally in your hands. Therefore, ensure that you go out and perform your constitutional and patriotic duty towards this motherland.
In Uttar Pradesh, actor-turned-politician and Congress candidate from Fatehpur Sikri, Raj Babbar cast his vote. In Jammu and Kashmir, National Conference Chief Farooq Abdullah and his son Omar Abdullah exercised their franchise in Srinagar. In Maharashtra, where 10 Lok Sabha seats went to polls, former Chief Minister and sitting MP from Nanded, Ashok Chavan, and former Union Minister and senior Congress leader Sushil Kumar Shinde cast their vote.
संविधान ने आपको वोट देने का अधिकार दिया है. आप जाइए अपना वोट कीजिए.
In Assam, Congress candidate from Silchar, Shushmita Dev, cast her ballot. In Manipur, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh cast his vote at a polling booth in Imphal. Governor of Manipur, Najma Heptullah, also cast her vote in Imphal.
I feel always very happy to cast my vote because I feel that I have participated in the nation building and forming a strong government.
In Puducherry, where the lone Lok Sabha seat went to polls, Lieutenant Governor Kiran Bedi cast her vote. Puducherry Chief Minister V. Narayanaswamy also exercised his franchise. In Bihar, voting was held for 5 Lok Sabha seats. Union Minister and BJP candidate from Buxar, Ashwani Kumar Chaubey, cast his vote at a polling station in Bhagalpur. Former Chhattisgarh Chief Minister and senior BJP leader Raman Singh reached a polling station in Rajnandgaon with his family to cast his vote. With commoners to VVIPs thronging the polling station to exercise their franchise, political fate of about 1,600 candidates was sealed in EVMs, and all the focus now shifts to the next round of polling that takes place on the 23rd of April. Bureau Report, DD News. And that brings us to the issue in focus this evening, Mandate 2019, Phase 2 of general elections. And joining me in the studio are two senior journalists, Shishir Sinha and Sanjay Singh. Welcome, gentlemen. Good evening. Sanjay, I'll begin with you. I'll begin with West Bengal. In fact, again, very encouraging numbers. First phase, we saw over 80%. Now, the numbers that we have is around 76.42%. But yet, instances of violence, law and order challenges continue in West Bengal. How do you put the two together? These challenges continue, but people are turning out in large numbers.
See, voter turnout indeed is very impressive in West Bengal, highest after Manipur. That's commendable. But on issue of violence in some pockets of West Bengal, I think West Bengal, as it has been for past several years and decades, West Bengal, there is the culture of violence has creeped into democratic process in West Bengal. I think that is a serious cause of concern.
But the regimes changed, but the tradition of violence, it seems.
Yeah, precisely. Previously it was left, now it's TMC and that process continues. And therefore, I think that's a fight. The opposition parties who are in opposition to TMC, they have to actually get physical, and that's a very difficult task. We in the media, and media has started highlighting, but still lot of attention needs to be put on West Bengal. Ironically, people who say on drop of hat, murder of democracy and so on and so forth, and they actually are the ones who are on this particular count guilty out there. But even then, the instances were stray. I would not say that today's instances of violence or whatever.
Sporadic.
Sporadic incidents that took place.
But this is despite dividing the state into so many phases and heavy police sort of backup.
If something is there in psyche, no matter how you spread your election, that will happen. But fact remains that Election Commission over the years had done a commendable work since the time of it has over the years done a commendable work, and therefore that particular part, the incidence of violence has come down. But fact remains that that particular thing about West Bengal and at one place in Bihar, that particularly was bit souring in today's process.
Right, Shishir, I'll come to you. How do you interpret these very high number of percentage of voter turnout, and what does it say also about the kind of bastion that Mamata Banerjee has transformed West Bengal into? There was some penetration, 2 seats, Asansol and Darjeeling in 2014 by the BJP. Do these percentage, do these numbers, should they worry a particular side?
It's very difficult to interpret that what this number really mean for a ruling party or a ruling party at the center level. So sometimes it will be like that, okay, it is against the government and people are just showing their anger against the present government, and sometimes it will be said, no, people are more and more voting because they just want to show the solidarity with the current ruling. So it's very difficult to interpret that what does this mean. I just want to bring one particular number, that's the overall number, that is the 66% plus, that's a 9 PM report by the Election Commission of India, and that's the app which is showing 66%. That means every 2% out of 3 have voted. So why that 1% has not voted? That's the big question we need to ask. And who are these people who are not voted? I mean, if you are not voting in an election, that means you are losing a moral right to ask question to the government that what you have done for me. So for me, most important thing is more and more people should vote. West Bengal, the number is very good. Northeastern states, numbers are very good.
They believe in the way Northeast
the issues are, I think, with Bihar just 62%, In Uttar Pradesh, it is 62%. In Odisha, I mean, I'm really surprised, just 57 or 58% voting voter turnout. So I think that more and more people will come out. Then only you can have a better democratic system, and then only you will have a right, a moral right, to ask the question that what the present government is doing.
And Shishir, we'll talk about the other states, but I quickly wanted to mention, because you're talking about people coming out and voting, the option of nota is something that is not often talked about. Political parties, of course, don't want to touch it. Election Commission also, it has the option in the EVM, but we don't talk about it much. So clicking on nota is better than not coming out and vote.
I think that's one option. I mean, of course, every voter has a right to express his opinion, and nota is one of the option which has been given. Personally, if you ask me, I think that nota and not voting, I mean, these are almost similar to each other, because when you are exercising your nota option, that means
to go out and say that I don't like any of the
that's okay. I mean, that's a personal decision,
okay,
that I don't like any of the candidate. That is why I'm exercising nota. But I feel that when you are exercising nota, that means it is almost equal to that you are not exercising your voting right, or you are not putting your voting right into that. So I think it's a debatable issue, that whether nota is good or whether not voting is good. It all depends upon how things.
People should certainly come out and vote. Sanjay, I'll come to you. Let's talk about Tamil Nadu. Much of the focus was on it. If it wasn't for Velore's seat, the whole of Tamil Nadu would have voted today. The issue of cash haul, freebies, these have been a continuous challenge in the tradition of Tamil Nadu politics, and this year seems no different.
Yeah, Tamil Nadu has this particular culture over the years, the kind of money that is spent during elections, and also the doles that are given to by various parties, announcements. Thankfully, since this time around is parliamentary elections, so that we'll see more of that as and when assembly election take place. But Tamil Nadu also had a pattern that they would decisively go in favor of one party or against another party. Remains to be seen how when results are counted, results come out, how Tamil Nadu actually votes this time, and therefore that would be a very interesting thing to see, because now there are new players for the first time. Karunanidhi is not there, Jayalalitha is not there. The politics post Karunanidhi, post Jayalalitha, and how people are actually seeing their successors.
Do you think it's going to be like what the future of Dravidian politics is going to be, with this leadership vacuum that has been created with the demise of Jayalalitha and Karunanidhi? This election is going to put that into perspective very clearly.
I think to an extent, but that still will take some more time, because that formation will, I think, only be completed as and when assembly election takes place there.
The by-polls also taking place in Tamil Nadu, which are very crucial. Shishir, if you talk about the issues, and also 65.67% of polling in Tamil Nadu in 2014, the overall percentage was over 73%. So, how do we look at this percentage? And also, in absence of a cult-based politics where you really follow the leader, whatever they may say, in absence of that, do you think a more issue-based politics is going to find space in the Tamil Nadu?
Hope so, because till now we have seen that either it is supporting one particular set of leaders, or it is supporting another set of leaders, and it is also said that after 5 years there is another set of leader will come and take the place. But I think the number of issues, whether it is employment, whether it is talking about development, whether it is talking about traders' wars or any other thing, I think more and more issues are being discussed today. And the other thing which is also important, that we need to find that out of 1.5 crore first time voter who are in the age bracket of 18 to 19 years, how many of them have exercised their vote? I think the visuals which we saw on your television screen, on your channel, we found that more and more youth are coming to exercise their voting right, and especially the first time voter. So if the first time voter is coming, I think they are not going to look for that particular cult. They are going to look for some issues. and that is a very positive sign. Of course, the numbers of these voters are limited, but you also have to think about the voters who are in the age bracket of say 19 to 24 or 19 to 25. So how many of them have really voted? I mean, we need to wait for some more time to find that exactly what has happened. If these people are voting more and more, that's a good sign, and that means they are going for issue-based politics rather than cult-based politics.
Okay, we actually running out of time, but we'll quickly try and cover a couple of more states. Uttar Pradesh, let's talk about that. Fewer seats, but a major player as far as general elections are concerned. 62.06%. This is again higher than 2014 overall Uttar Pradesh polling voter percentage, 58.44. Sanjay, how do you see the percentage? And also, we just figured that all the four leaders who've been gagged for their speeches, Mayawati, Adityanath, Azam Khan and Menaka Gandhi, all of them are from the single state, Uttar Pradesh. So how do you see the politics of Uttar Pradesh, the tempers of the leaders and the voter percentage?
See, UP is a state with 80 Lok Sabha seats and therefore politically most important seat state in India. And therefore the tempers obviously are running very high in UP. 7 phases have to go, and also if you look at political parties, they all believe whether whosoever is going to rule in Delhi for next 5 years has to have a great deal of presence from Uttar Pradesh.
Right.
And therefore people are making all kinds of charges, counter charges, and at times they speak things which they should not. And also therefore these things have come up. Not that what 4 persons have said here, the similar statement has not been made by persons in any other part of the country. I don't really agree on that particular count, that all 4, they may have been named now because the Election Commission on this particular count has become active only now after Supreme Court.
The reports coming in from all sides.
Yeah, precisely. Then the other reason for this heightened passion is because the first 2 phases which have gone to poll in Uttar Pradesh are areas where presence, the demographic presence in terms of religion is also being talked about presence of Mahagathbandhan, about presence of BJP, as to how minority vote is going to behave, whether or not Congress is able to make any dent of that, the issue of polarization, the issue of counter polarization or reverse polarization, that particular theme is dominating in this part of Uttar Pradesh. And therefore there is also a belief that in 7 multi-phase election, once a political party, it is believed that has done well in first 2 phases, similar trend may continue in other phases. And therefore this kind of thing that we are hearing now about Uttar Pradesh may continue for some time, but thereafter voter actually eventually exercises his or her own discretion on that particular thing.
Right, and we're almost out of time. Shishir, I'll just quickly ask you about Karnataka. 67.67%, decent percentage. 67.20 was the 2014 percentage. But Bengaluru in particular just doesn't want to come out and vote in a similar manner. How do you read that pattern?
I think the long weekend, I mean, most of them are from the IT field, or most of them are in working community.
Election after election. I mean,
election after election, we are seeing that if they, I mean, I'm really surprised that you have at least 3 to 4 long weekends in a year. And this weekend is once in 5 years. So I think just using that weekend for moving out of the city is not a good idea. That is why Bengaluru, the voting percentage is Bengaluru is very, very low. And other thing is that most of the techies, those who are working there, many of them are from the other states. They might not have enrolled there, and that is why the persons who are in Bengaluru, they are not voting, and the persons who are in Bengaluru, they don't have the right.
All right, it'll be good to really have a research, some kind of a survey to find out what were the reasons why Bengaluru over the years does not come out in the same numbers. But there, Shishir, Sanjay, thank you very much for joining us this evening for this conversation. Moving on, while polling was underway for the second phase of Lok Sabha elections, campaigning continued for the remaining phases. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held public rallies for the BJP in Gujarat, Karnataka and Kerala. He hit out at the opposition, primarily Congress. BJP Chief Amit Shah was in Chhattisgarh and Rajnath Singh in West Bengal. Amidst these political developments, a shoe was hurled during a BJP press conference. Here's more.
With political temperatures soaring, candidates are busy campaigning day and night. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday held 4 rallies across 3 states. He addressed rallies in Gujarat, Karnataka and Kerala and appealed to voters to vote for the BJP. The PM held his first rally of the day in his home state Gujarat, where he launched a scathing attack on the Congress, saying that it never gave Sardar Patel the respect he deserved. He said that Sardar Patel was a Congress minister, yet none of the party leaders have come to see the Statue of Unity. The Prime Minister said that his government has restricted terrorism to only 2.5 districts of Jammu and Kashmir. He further said that there has not been a single bomb blast in the last 5 years. The Prime Minister later held rallies in Karnataka's Bagalkot and Chikkodi, where he attacked the coalition government of the JDS and the Congress in the state. He said that the Karnataka state government is weak and their support to the Mahagathbandhan indicates they also want a weak government at the centre.
आपने 5 वर्ष की मजबूत सरकार का भी काम देखा है और आप एक मजबूर सरकार का काम अभी यहां कर्नाटका में अनुभव कर रहे हैं। मजबूत सरकार क्या होती है वो देखना है तो दिल्ली की तरफ देखो और मजबूर सरकार क्या होती है वो देखना है तो बेंगलुरु को देखो। 4 मामलों पर उनमें बड़ी जबरदस्त सहमति है। पहला, राष्ट्रवाद को जी भर करके गालियां देना। दूसरा, वंशवाद को पक्का समर्थन करना। तीसरा, भ्रष्टाचारी शिष्टाचार, यही उनकी परंपरा। और चौथा, सुबह शाम एक ही काम, मोदी को गाली दो, मोदी को गाली दो, मोदी को गाली दो।
The PM held the last rally of the day in Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala, where he talked about the accomplishments of his government. Congress leader Shashi Tharoor is in direct contest against BJP candidate Raj Shekhar for this seat. Other BJP leaders are also campaigning round the clock, while party president Amit Shah addressed rallies in Chhattisgarh. Home Minister Rajnath Singh was in West Bengal, where both senior leaders spoke about the achievements of the government and attacked the opposition. Tearing into the Congress party's Nyaya Yojana, Rajnath Singh said that for India to get rid of poverty, India should get rid of the Congress. BJP chief Amit Shah said that if the NDA came to power, they will remove each and every infiltrator from the country.
5 वर्षों में लड़कियों की शिक्षा में 35% का इजाफा करने का काम किया। माता मृत्यु दर और शिशु मृत्यु दर में भी बड़ी कटौती रमन सिंह के समय में हुई। वनवासी भाइयों की वन उपज को खरीदने का काम किया, उनके चरणों में चरण पादुका देने का काम किया। इनके जीवन में परिवर्तन लाने का काम ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की रमन सिंह सरकार ने किया।
हमारी सरकार ने केंद्र में जैसा काम किया है, हमारा भारत दुनिया के टॉप 10 देशों में जो 9वें स्थान पर था 2014 में, वह जंप लेकर आज 6ठे स्थान पर पहुंच गया है। और ऐसे ही सरकार चलती रही तो 2030 आते आते हमारा भारत दुनिया के 3 धनवान देश, ताकतवर देश, रूस, चीन और अमेरिका जो माने जाते हैं, इनमें से एक देश को पीछे छोड़कर हमारा भारत दुनिया की टॉप 3 कंट्री में आकर खड़ा हो जाएगा।
Meanwhile, in Delhi, someone flung a shoe at BJP leaders Bhupendra Yadav and GVL Narasimha Rao while they were addressing a press conference at the party headquarters. He was immediately detained by security personnel present at the event. Apart from electioneering, party leaders also filed their nominations. Union Ministers Maneka Gandhi and Arjun Ram Meghwal filed their papers from Sultanpur and Bikaner respectively. Maneka Gandhi also held a roadshow before her nomination. With Bureau Inputs, News Night Desk, DD India.
And opposition party leaders are also on the campaign trail with full might, leaving no stone unturned to convince the voters that they can give an alternative model of governance. Congress President Rahul Gandhi addressed election rallies in Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat, while Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav Poonam Sinha and many other opposition leaders filed their nomination papers for Lok Sabha elections.
In the opposition camp, a number of prominent leaders filed their nomination on Thursday. SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav and Poonam Sinha filed their nomination in Uttar Pradesh, while AAP leader Balbir Jhakar filed his nomination in Delhi and Congress leader Captain Ajay Yadav filed his nomination in Gurugram. SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav filed his nomination from Azamgarh parliamentary constituency in UP. Accompanied by a large number of party leaders, Akhilesh Yadav reached the DM's office and filed his nomination. The SP chief said Azamgarh is the Karam Bhumi of Samajwadis and exuded confidence that the people will continue to repose their faith in him by giving him their blessings and support.
मैं आजमगढ़ की जनता का धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ। आजमगढ़ की जनता का मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ और समाजवादी पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं का धन्यवाद देता हूँ। आजमगढ़ का जो स्नेह है, आजमगढ़ के लोगों का जो समाजवादी पार्टी के प्रति प्यार है और सम्मान, वही हमें आजमगढ़ खींच के लाया है। मैं आज जब नॉमिनेशन किया हूँ, मैं आजमगढ़ की जनता को भरोसा दिलाता हूँ, जो विकास कार्य लगातार हुए हैं आजमगढ़ में, उन विकास कार्यों को आगे ले जाने का, आगे बढ़ाने का काम करूँगा और वहीं जो आजमगढ़ को खुशहाली के रास्ते पर और आसपास पूर्वांचल की जनता को कैसे खुशहाली के रास्ते पर ले जाएं, उसके लिए रास्ता निकालेंगे।
Poonam Sinha, wife of film actor Shatrughan Sinha, filed her nomination from Lucknow parliamentary seat. She was accompanied by her son. Later, she visited the Samajwadi Party office and held a roadshow. Akhilesh Yadav's wife, Dimple Yadav, Shatrughan Sinha, and many other prominent leaders were present on the occasion.
यही कहूँगी कि मैं बहुत खुश नसीब हूँ कि मुझे इतना प्यार मिला है लखनऊ के लोगों का, और बल्कि मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ चुका है और मुझे लगता है कि आगे जाके अच्छा ही होगा एंड बस मैं उसका वेट कर रही हूँ।
On the other hand, Congress leader Captain Ajay Yadav filed his nomination from Gurugram Lok Sabha seat. An election rally was also held on the occasion. Meanwhile, amid suspense of an alliance between Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi, AAP candidates have started filing nominations for the Lok Sabha elections. AAP candidate Balbir Jhakar filed his papers from the West Delhi seat. On another front, chances of an alliance between Congress and AAP seem bleak. Both parties are accusing each other for this deadlock.
आज भी और पहले भी हम गठबंधन के लिए तैयार था। आम आदमी पार्टी ने गठबंधन का ये मुद्दा उठाया था, हमने उसको रिस्पॉन्ड किया है। हमने कहा दिल्ली में गठबंधन के लिए तैयार है। आम आदमी पार्टी ने एग्री किया है, हम अकेले दिल्ली के लिए गठबंधन करेंगे, बाकी स्टेट के बिना। और आज सुबह उन्होंने पीछे गए हैं। अब मालूम नहीं क्या कारण है, उन्होंने लोगों को एक्सप्लेन करना।
ये लगभग तय हो गया था कि दिल्ली के अंदर हम 4-3 पर तैयार थे और हरियाणा के अंदर वो 6 सीटें कांग्रेस के लिए, 3 सीटें जेजेपी के लिए और 1 सीट आम आदमी पार्टी के लिए। चंडीगढ़ में हम उनको सपोर्ट करने को तैयार थे, लेकिन एकदम ये समझ के परे है कि कल शाम होते होते कांग्रेस क्यों पीछे हटी।
The Congress is also on the campaign trail with full energy. Its President Rahul Gandhi held election rallies in UP and Gujarat. Addressing an election rally in Badayu, Rahul Gandhi said if his party is voted to power, the interests of farmers will be taken care of and indebted farmers will not be sent to jail. He also attacked the SP-BSP alliance and said that they never opposed PM Modi. In his rally at Junagadh in Gujarat, Rahul referred to the Nyay scheme and said through this scheme, the Congress would launch an attack on poverty.
हमने निर्णय लिया है कि जैसे ही हमारी सरकार बनेगी, न्याय योजना 72,000 रुपए हर गरीब के बैंक अकाउंट में साल की, ये काम हम आपको करके देने वाले हैं। 72,000 गरीबी पर वार। सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक है गरीबी पे कांग्रेस पार्टी का। गरीबी को हम हिंदुस्तान से मिटा देंगे, खत्म कर देंगे। अब नरेंद्र मोदी जहां भी जाते हैं किसानों की बात करते हैं। पिछले चुनाव के समय कहा था कर्जा माफ करूंगा, सही दाम दिलवाऊंगा। आपको सही दाम मिलता है? सही दाम मिल रहा है आपको?
Clearly, opposition parties are also making all-out efforts to convince the electorate about their policies and programs. With Bureau Inputs, Newsnight Desk, DD News.
Now, some other news. Ministry of Home Affairs has issued orders to suspend the LOC trade in Jammu and Kashmir starting tomorrow. Now, this action has been taken as Government of India has been receiving reports that cross-LOC trade routes are being misused by Pakistan-based elements for funneling illegal weapons, narcotics and fake currency. The trade has changed its character to mostly third-party trade here, and the products from other regions, including foreign countries, are finding their way through this route. Unscrupulous and anti-national elements are, it is said, using the route as a conduit for hawala money, drugs and weapons. Under the garb of this trade, during the ongoing investigations of certain cases by NIA, it has been brought out that a significant number of trading concerns engaged in LOC trade are being operated by persons closely associated with banned terrorist organizations involved in fueling terrorism and separatism in the region. Investigations have further revealed that some individuals who have crossed over to Pakistan and have joined militant organizations, terrorist organizations, have opened trading firms in Pakistan. These trading firms are under the control of terrorist organizations and they're engaged in LOC trade. And my colleague Sudhakar Das is joining us on phone line with more updates on the story. Sudhakar, just take us through the details of what led to this major decision to suspend trade across LOC.
देखिए शुभेंदु, LOC जो ट्रेड खासतौर से जो दो स्थानों के जरिए होता था जम्मू कश्मीर में, पुंछ और बारामूला जिले में, इसका एक मकसद था कि जम्मू कश्मीर और पाक अधिकृत जो पाकिस्तान ऑक्यूपाइड जम्मू कश्मीर है उसके बीच जो लोकल उत्पाद जो है उनका ट्रेड हो सके और उनका व्यापार हो सके। उसके लिए एक बार्टर सिस्टम, जितनी मात्रा में जितने पैसे का एक सामान एक देश से दूसरे देश जाता है उतनी ही मात्रा का सामान दूसरे देश से आ सकता है। लेकिन खास तौर से आपको मैं बताऊं कि पिछले साल जब NIA ने टेरर फंडिंग मामले की जांच शुरू की थी जम्मू कश्मीर में, तो उस दौरान ये पता चला था कि जो इस ट्रेड रूट का इस्तेमाल आतंकी फंडिंग के लिए जम्मू कश्मीर में किया जा रहा है। और उसके बाद NIA ने इस इन्वेस्टिगेशन को आगे बढ़ाया था। और मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा कि इस मामले में कम से कम जो 2 ट्रक एक पूरा हवाई जहाज भर के जो दस्तावेज है वो NIA लाया गया था NIA के लखनऊ हेडक्वार्टर पर, और उसकी पिछले 1 साल से लगातार जांच की जा रही थी। और उसमें ये तमाम चीजें सामने आया कि ये ट्रेड के नाम पर एक तरह का छलावा है, दिखावा है। असलियत ये है कि इसके जरिए जो हवाला का पैसा है वो जम्मू कश्मीर में भेजा जा रहा है ड्रग्स के लिए, नारकोटिक्स के लिए, हथियारों के लिए, और जम्मू कश्मीर में आग लगाने के लिए पैसा सारा भेजा जा रहा है। उसमें खासतौर से ज्यादातर लोग ऐसे शामिल हैं जो किसी न किसी आतंकी संगठन से ताल्लुक रखते हैं। आपको याद होगा कि हाल ही में जहूर वटाली को टेरर फंडिंग के मामले में पकड़ा गया था और उसकी काफी ज्यादा संपत्तियां बरामद की। तो इस तरह के लोग इस तरह के LOC ट्रेड में लगे हुए थे। और उसके बाद आपको पता है पुलवामा के बाद MFN मोस्ट फेवर्ड नेशन का स्टेटस पाकिस्तान से हटाया गया था। उसके बाद ये बड़ी कार्रवाई की गई है, तो आतंक को एक बड़ा झटका है।
Sudhakar, as we understand, this is the misuse of the LOC as far as trade is concerned, but largely what is also the implication on other traders who may not be part of that racket that is misusing this particular region. Any implication that you can share with us for the other traders who've been part of trade?
देखिए शुभेंदु, फिलहाल जो ये पूरा ट्रेड होता था 2 जगहों के जरिए, सलामाबाद और चकंदाबाद के जरिए, इन दोनों रूट पे ट्रेड जो है ये बंद कर दिया गया है फिलहाल। और सरकार का ये कहना है कि जो स्ट्रिक्ट रेगुलेटरी मैकेनिज्म इसमें एक बनाया जाएगा, तैयार किया जाएगा, और उसके बाद जो पूरा प्रोसेस है उसको फिर रिव्यू किया जाएगा। उसके बाद इस पर किसी तरह का फैसला लिया जाएगा कि जो बहुत गंभीर जो सबूत मिले हैं टेरर फंडिंग के मसले को लेकर, खास तौर से इस रूट के जरिए, इसलिए फिलहाल पूरी तरह से इस LOC ट्रेड को बंद कर दिया गया। और खास तौर से इस ट्रेड का मकसद था कि लोकल प्रोडक्ट्स एक दोनों तरफ आ जा सके, लेकिन इस रूट का इस्तेमाल थर्ड कंट्री के, मसलन चाइना के प्रोडक्ट या दूसरे प्रोडक्ट जो आसानी से उपलब्ध हैं उन प्रोडक्ट्स को भारत में भेजने के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाता था। जो ड्यूटी है वो बच सके, इसके लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाता था।
All right, Sudhakar, appreciate you joining us with those inputs. Moving on, Delhi court today reserved its order on a plea of Christian Michel. the alleged middleman arrested in the AgustaWestland chopper scam, who had sought a 7-day interim bail to celebrate Easter with family. Special Public Prosecutor D.P. Singh, appearing for the CBI and Enforcement Directorate, opposed Mishal's plea, saying that India is a country of various festivals. Thousands of prisoners are in jails and everyone has faith in their respective religion, so the accused can't be allowed to go out of jail to celebrate festival. The lawyer argued before the court that if Mishal comes out on interim bail and makes statement outside, it can derail the investigation. Mishal was arrested by ED on December 22nd after his extradition from Dubai. And now a quick look at the latest in the Jet Airways crisis that is going on.
The country's oldest private airline, Jet Airways, announced a temporary suspension of its operations due to the ongoing financial crisis. The airline's last flight took off on Wednesday night between Mumbai and Amritsar. However, regular meetings are being held to find a solution to the problem. Employees of the airline also had a meeting with the management to resolve the issue.
कि निकालने के पीछे तो मेरा मकसद क्या था? आज अगर हम पूछे तो कल 24 मार्च को स्टेप डाउन हो गए चेयरमैन नरेश गोयल. अगर आज भी होते थे तो आज हम आंसरेबल वही होते थे सबके लिए. अभी सवाल ऐसा है कि अगर हम पूछे तो चेयरमैन नहीं है तो हम जाके पूछे किसके साथ? इनकी ग्रेच्युटी कौन देगा? पीएफ कौन देने वाला है? कंपनी चालू होने वाली तो कब होने वाली है? आज ये तो बोलते हैं वी आर डिपेंड अपॉन द लेंडर्स, मतलब बैंक.
Jet has become the second company to suspend its operations after Kingfisher went through a similar fate in 2012. The new development has raised questions on the future of 22,000 employees. However, aviation regulator DGCA has said it will ask the airline for a concrete and credible revival plan as well as extend help within the regulatory framework.
लोग जेट एयरवेज के साथ अभी बंधे हुए हैं जो इसे लेके आगे जाना चाहते हैं, जो इसे लेके आगे बढ़ाना चाहते हैं, जिन्होंने अपना खून और पसीना इस एयरलाइन को अपना यूथ दिया. जैसे मैं हूँ, आई एम वर्किंग विद जेट. अभी कितना 23 साल हो गए, कई लोग डे 1 से हैं, कई लोग को 20-20 साल हो गए हैं. सो वही लोग इनके साथ हैं, तो बहुत डरे हुए हैं, लेकिन एक कहीं कॉन्फिडेंस है हमारे को, कहीं होप है कि हम वापस आएंगे.
National carrier Air India is looking at leasing 5 of the grounded carrier Jet Airways Boeing 777s and operate them to London, Dubai and Singapore. Meanwhile, the Bombay High Court has refused to intervene in the Jet Airways crisis, saying it cannot direct the government and the Reserve Bank of India to rescue a sick company. Following the announcement, passengers were seen at the Mumbai airport seeking a refund for their tickets.
ग्राहक होने के नाते यही दिक्कत आई कि मेरा टाइम वेस्ट बहुत हो गया है. ऑलमोस्ट 3 घंटे से मैं यहाँ पे हूँ.
The stock market too saw a downward trend following the announcement. Shares of Jet Airways continued to fall for the second day in a row, plummeting over 32% on Thursday. Lenders of the airline in a statement have said that they are reasonably hopeful of a successful bidding process for stake sale. News Night Desk, DD India.
And now some important news and updates from across the country in Regional Roundup.
In Chhattisgarh, 2 Naxals killed in encounter with District Reserve Guard in forest area of Dantewada early in the day. According to officials, one of the Naxals killed was involved in the attack on BJP MLA Bhima Mandavi and 5 police personnel early this month. The death toll has reached 16 incidences of storm in several parts of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Maharashtra. The Met Department has speculated heavy rains and thunderstorm in the next 24 hours in north and northeastern India. In Jammu and Kashmir, 3 security personnel were injured in 2 separate terror attacks in Pulwama and Kulgam districts. In Pulwama, terrorists attacked the CRPF camps with grenades, while in Kulgam, a vehicle carrying security forces was attacked where 2 security personnel were injured. Security forces launched an operation to nab the terrorists. Rudraprayag district of Uttarakhand has been experiencing heavy rains for 2 days. While there are rains in the lower areas, snowfall has halted routine life in elevated areas.
Some international news now. Russia tried to interfere in the 2016 US presidential poll, according to Special Counsel Robert Mueller's probe, which did not find any evidence that members of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with Moscow. Attorney General William Barr said on Thursday he offered a spirited defense of President Donald Trump ahead of release of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report on Russia's role in the 2016 US election, but revealed that it detailed 10 episodes of potential obstruction of justice by the president. He emphasized that Mueller did not conclude there was collusion between Trump's campaign and Moscow.
I'd leave it to his description in the report. We specifically asked him about the OLC opinion and whether or not he was taking the position that he would have found a crime. He made it clear that he had not made the determination that there was a crime.
Meanwhile, at a White House event with veterans, a triumphant President Donald Trump asserted no collusion, no obstruction.
And they're having a good day. I'm having a good day too. It was called No Collusion, No Obstruction. I'm having
North Korea on Thursday said it does not want to deal with US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on the nuclear dialogue. It asked the United States to replace Pompeo with somebody more mature. Now, this came hours after North Korea announced its first weapon test since the nuclear talks between the two nations. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and US President Donald Trump earlier held talks in late February, which failed over conflicting demands. According to North Korea's official news agency, the new weapon has a peculiar mode of guiding flight and a powerful warhead. And firefighters who battled the Notre Dame blaze in France in Paris were honored at the Élysée Palace on Thursday. Around 300 firefighters were hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron, Archpriest of Notre Dame Patrick Chauvet, and Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo. They were also present there. A major fire broke out at the iconic French cathedral on April 15th. The fire caused serious damage, including the collapse of the iconic cathedral spire. Over 400 firefighters struggled for 14 hours to douse off the fire. And with that, we conclude this edition of Newsnight. I'll take your leave. Namaskar.